What is the best race in Devas of creation? Now, a lot of you have been asking me this question, and I can understand it. I can actually understand because most games have a best race. But Devas of creation is a little bit different, right? So each race has its own separate purpose, and I'm not gonna lie, in the grand scheme of things, they don't really matter as much as you think. Let's hop into the game so I can actually show you. Okay, so now that we're in the game, a lot of you may have not noticed this is probably why you're asking me, but again, each race has their own specific things that they're good at, right? So in this game, there's physical weapons and there's magical weapons that they have their own like sub little categories, right? So you have Umbralith. Okay, this is the first race we're gonna go over, right? You can understand what the race is best at by simply looking in the background. I'm not gonna lie. If you see this guy right here, he has a dagger, you know what I'm saying? And then this guy right here, he has a great sword because they're better with great swords. And this guy, the Viridis, whatever, these guys are different. Now, there is a ton of different builds you can make in this game, but if you want to do the safest build, the absolute safest, because you don't really know what you want to go for, you want to choose this one right here, the Viridis, because they have stat points that are equal to each other. They're all 5 across the board. You cannot go wrong with this. It's like the equivalent of a human in every other game. Now, this is the one I normally choose because I go for magic, and a lot of you go for magic as well. By the way, I have a magic video coming out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Elithriel. Listen, I ain't gonna try to pronounce the name right, but basically they have more stats, right? So they got the they're basically better in intelligence, and I'm pretty sure this is wisdom, right? And this is constitution, which I think constitution might be health, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, if you want to go for magic, definitely go for this one. Like it's hands down the best one, right? So your starter stats aren't gonna matter as much in the beginning, if I'm being honest, but late game that might put you over the edge for the competition, if I'm being honest. But yeah, so, and then we got this one right here, which is dagger, because it has higher dexterity, and it has low and basically everything else. I'm not gonna lie, it has like some strength, you know, but it's dagger, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't really need like strength for real. And then you have this one right here, which obviously has 10 strength because it's a great sword. You see what I'm saying? And it has 8 constitution. I'm not gonna lie, if there was a best thing in the game, like a best race in the game, it might just be this one right here. Like, they all have their own things, right? They all have their own things. But I think overall, this one gets the best use just because everybody needs health, and they have the highest health and the highest strength. Now, obviously, if you go for this one, you might as well not even touch magic. You might as well not even touch magic at all. But you're not gonna need it when you have strength like this. I'm not gonna lie. So I guess to answer your question, if there is a best race in the game, it's going to be this one right here. But again, if you're going for magic, don't touch this race or you're cooked. You're cooked. Do not go for this race, okay? Go for this one right here. If I'm being honest, I would rather you go for these two. These are like the 2 best. So this one's for like the fighter class, because you have 2 weapons. You can go for the dagger and greatsword and just go for this one, because literally why not? And then you can also go for this one, and you can still go for strength and other things if you want. Now, if you go for this guy, you have access to 3 weapons. You have access, well, you have access to all of them, right? But you do have the main proficiency in fire, magic, because you have the fire staff, the ice staff, and the healing staff. Please make sure you're using the healing staff, please, because if you're not, you're cooked. Now, moving on from just the races, right? So these kind of coincide with the races a little bit, the traits in the top left corner, which you all spun for, right? So the one I have now is the basic one. Everybody gets 35%. This one upgrades, this one basically gives you plus 50 max mana and 200 max HP. Now I can spin real quick to show you if there's like any other ones I can get. Let's see if I get lucky here. Let's see if I get lucky. This is gross, but it is a defensive one, right? So you get plus 10% armor and 10% magic resist. This is what you want to go for if you have this race right here, because it already has a lot of constitution. It has a lot already, you know what I'm saying? And also magic resistance, you're most likely going to be going against magic users if you have this race. So it's a no-brainer, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, let me spin again, see what else we get, just so I can see, like, show you the stats. Oh, perfect, 13%, right? This one is really good. This is 12% critical hit chance, and also a 20% critical hit power. Now, you can use it for everything. This is just all across the board good, but I feel like you might as well use it with the dagger, because more hits per second. You know what I'm saying? So it's more critical chances. So it's just the best thing here for that, I feel like. Now let's spin one more time, see if we get anything lucky. Maybe the 3%. No. Okay, so I just got the 3.9% one, which I feel like a lot of you actually ended up getting. And this one basically gives you 20% critical hit power, 12% magic power, and 12% physical power. If you get this one, you're good. You can go whatever you want. It doesn't even matter. It literally doesn't matter, because it gives you everything. So it's probably the best one besides obviously Mighty Arcane, which I still don't even know what it gives you. Okay, so here's what I was talking about before with your stat points. So if you look on the right side, these are the basic stats, right? And I'm gonna tell you which one levels up each thing, right? So Constitution, if we do that, it just levels up the climb stamina and your health. You see in the green right here on the right side. Let's put that back. Now for Wisdom, this levels up your mana, I think your mana reserves, and then your mana regen. Now, if we go to Intelligence, this puts up your mana power only, okay? Let's just go back. Now, if we do Dexterity, this levels up a couple things. Crit chance, crit power, speed, and climb speed. This is the one you want to do for Dagger. It's common sense. This is the one you want to do for Dagger. Now, obviously, Strength, it just levels up your physical power. So, you want to do Strength and Dexterity for Dagger, Strength and Dexterity for the freaking Greatsword, and then for all the wands, you basically want to just do Wisdom, and then you want to do Intelligence, because obviously you want your magical power to be up, plus everything else, you see what I'm saying? And then Constitution, you can never go wrong with Constitution, I'm not gonna lie, you really can't. You need health, you know, you need health, unless you'll be a glass cannon like your boy. I'm a glass cannon, I won't even sit here and lie to you. You can't die if you don't get touched. It's that simple, okay? Anyway, if you found this video useful, go ahead and leave a subscribe and a like. Please leave a subscribe. My life depends on it, okay? And I'm about to look at this game for all of eternity, unless it just dies tomorrow or something. That'd be weird. But anyway, go ahead and click this video right here. I just uploaded a video on a beginner's guide actually, and a video on all the weapons in the game. So go ahead and click this video, all right? I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.